Okay, so this is midpoint and distance formula. So distance is the distance between points. Midpoint is halfway between a line segment. So you add the x coordinates together and the y coordinates together and divide both of them by 2 for the midpoint. And then the distance formula is not listed really good here. You take your x coordinates, x1 minus, or I guess I'll go x2 minus x1 squared, and then y2 minus y1 squared, and everything is square rooted. Okay, so so now what we're looking at is finding the midpoint and the distance formula. So I take the 2 points, I take the two x coordinates, add them together, divide by 2. So 8 plus 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11, divided by 2 is 11 over 2. Okay, 1 plus 7 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7, divided by 2 is 7 halves. So that's essentially what I'm doing to find the midpoint. To find the distance formula, or to find the distance between 2 points, here I would go 6 minus 1 squared plus 16 minus 4 squared, and everybody's square rooted. So that is a 5 squared plus 12 squared, square rooted, so that's 25 plus 144, so square root of 169, which is 13. So I was doing 7, so that's 13. Okay, pretty straightforward because they're just formulas that you're going to use. So I want you guys to try some questions, just a couple of them. Mainly if you're missing these questions before is because you just didn't know what the formula was. And so let's do 1, 2, I'm going to briefly talk about 5, and then we'll do 7. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try these, and then check your answers. Okay, so midpoint, add them together, divide by 2, add them together, 6 minus 1 is 5, so this gives me 5 halves. 10 minus 3 is 7, so 7 halves. Negative 4 plus 14 is 10, so 10 halves, which is 5. Here, I wanted to briefly talk about this, because what I would do is I'd find the coordinate point, so that is 6 comma 1, hard to tell, 6 comma 1 and negative 3 comma 4. And I would find the midpoint by just looking at those coordinate points. Okay. Here, distance formula, so that's a square root. 10 minus a negative 2 squared plus negative 8 minus 6 squared. So that gives me 144 plus, this is 14, negative 14 squared, so that is 196, and that's all square rooted. So then I get the square root of 340. Okay? And that doesn't simplify. It's not a perfect square, so I would just leave it for right now. Okay? And that is it for this section.